Hi, I'm Michael Bane, and we're here in the gun room with the secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains to show you a better way. You know what this is, right? It's a cleaning patch. It's what we've been using to clean guns pretty much since there were guns. But Brent Hanson from Bore Tips is going to take us into the 21st century. Brent, show us the magic.
Well, Michael, this is our Bore Tips cleaning swab. It's a foam swab over a plastic jag. It's a heat seal process. They're made here in the United States, and they do replace patches and mops.
Why is it better?
It's better because it doesn't leave lint. It's washable and reusable, made here in the States. So it's much faster because you can usually clean your gun with 2 or 3 Bore Tips instead of using numerous patches. They don't have to be cut, they fit, they're size specific to caliber, they give you a 360-degree fit in the bore.
Okay, Brent, show me how this works.
Okay, Michael, what we do is we take the swab, we put it in our cleaning solution.
Not all the way. You don't want to soak that piece of foam.
No, because this soaks up. That's correct. Then we take this, because it's going to drip a little almost no matter what we do. There it is. Pull it through, and then we're going to let it set. We're going to let the solvent work on the bore. And the mistake most people make is that they brush too soon after they apply the solvent. You need to let the solvent set, do its work. So I'll go on and do the rest of the parts of the pistol, and then I'll come back and brush the barrel.
It's a patience function.
Yeah.
Hurry, get it done.
We all want to get it done because nobody enjoys cleaning guns, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Okay, Michael, now that we've let it set, we've brushed the barrel out, I've inserted a clean swab. We're going to push it out and see how much dirt we get. Oh boy. Okay.
This is how I get my guns cleaned.
Yeah. I need to work out this gig myself. At this point, we take the swab and we blot it off into a towel. Okay, and that'll clean most of the dirt out of it. We have a paper towel cleverly handy right here. And by taking blot it, you can see how it's coming out. We'll put a little more solvent on there and it'll finish blotting. So we can use this swab and the solvent swab and the brush until we're sure that we're clean with the barrel. Now usually if we've let the solvent set a lot, well, you're not going to have to go back and do a lot more brushing, okay?
Okay. Well, here's the big question, and this is the question that hangs over this. We know what this costs, right? Virtually nothing. However, these guys look like they're going to cost more.
They do.
So where's your advantage?
Well, my advantage here is that I'm going to take this swab here and I'm going to take it in some mineral spirits that I have prepared. And we're going to dip it in the mineral spirits for a second. And we're going to take our same paper towel and we're going to clean the swab completely with the mineral spirits, just about that fast.
That's pretty fast. That's not...
And then we're going to let it dry. And the dirt's gone. And if I really want it white, I'll dip it again. And the dirt's all gone, and I let it dry, and I use that swab over and over again. Some of them as good as many as 10 times.
That's pretty good.
So, no, we'll never be quite as cheap as patches. We're a lot faster and a lot easier, and we're not that far off.
Now, it didn't take very long to clean this at all. You expect it would be taking a good bit more to get all that grunge off of it. But these guys, the foam is designed to release quickly. Yeah,
it's an open cell foam, and the liquid picks it up. You can wash these with soap and water. That takes a little longer. And then you got to rinse them and let them dry. The mineral spirits is the fast way to do it.
You can use them in the dishwasher right up until the point that your significant other catches you pretty much over on that.
Yeah.
So, calibers, what are you covering at this point?
We're making 22, 243, 30 caliber, 9, 40, and 45. We just introduced 12 gauge and 20 gauge shotgun, and the 40 caliber will double up on a 410.
So you're pretty much hitting the basic calibers all the way across. Those are available immediately.
Yeah, those are available right now. Later next year we'll probably add some calibers, but at the moment that's the lineup.
So you purchase them essentially in groups of 6?
They come in bags. It depends on the caliber or gauge. They'll be 6, 5, or 3. They're all color coded, so that's how you know what caliber you've got. These are blue, they're 9mm. 22s are black, 45s are forest green, 30 calibers are olive drab, okay? Because once you tear it off the runner, there's nothing on here to tell it. So they are all color coded.
Here's something else you might recognize you might have used in your own gun room. Brent, tell me about these 21st century gun tips.
Okay. Well, Michael, what these are is they're a foam swab. Again, it's a heat seal process. Again, it's all made in the USA. And they're again washable and reusable. Problem with the foam or the cotton swabs that everybody uses is they leave lint behind. You get down in here in the trigger bar, you're working away. All of a sudden you tear off a chunk of lint, you can't pick it out of there, now you got to break the whole gun down to get the lint out. The other problem that you have with cotton swabs is they break.
They do break.
These don't break, and they are, like I say, washable and reusable, okay? Let's see if you got any dirt down in here. Well, what happens is you use the small swab to get down in all the small places, and you see we're starting to pick up some dirt down in here. You really don't clean these much, do you?
I try not to, no.
Okay.
It wears them out. I don't know if you know that.
Ah, okay. Anyway, when we get it down in here, and what I'll do if I'm using, if it was dirtier, I'd take and dip this in here and then blot it off again, and then just keep using the same swab till I got done.
And you've got different sizes, so you can find your way around whatever you need to within the gun.
Yeah, this large surface swab here is perfect for getting down in here in the frame rail. It also works good up in here in this portion of the slide. The smaller one here, again back in here. We have another little guy here that really gets down in close, and you can put more pressure on it because it's not as long, so it won't bend.
And it's the same clean situation. You go to mineral spirits, you rinse off, and you can keep using these.
Here we got two dirty ones. Here we have our famous mineral spirits. Here we have our famous paper towel. We'll let them down. Blot them off. I don't know whether you can see that real well or not, but
they came clean.
Yeah, takes them off.
Came clean.
Yeah. Sometimes, depending on the solvents and the situation you're using, the swab may discolor slightly, but all the dirt's out of it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. So that's the story behind the gun tips. We make them in a variety pack, which is what these are. We also make some individual packages of them, so if you find a particular size. A lot of the guys that are shooting modern sporting rifles have found a great deal of uses for these up and down in the nooks and crannies. So you can buy those in an individual 24 pack. Same with these guys, same with these. And then we also have a little spear tip. Well, Michael, now you've seen how the bore tips and the gun tips work, and you've seen how much quicker and easier they are than the old methods.
They work really well, Brent. The truth is that none of us have any time. It's one of the hallmarks of the 21st century. We don't have the time to do the things we want to do or the things that we have to do. The less time you spend cleaning your gun, the more time you get to spend shooting your gun. So be sure to ask your dealer about bore tips, and hey, I'll see you out on the range much sooner.